this is kind of working from our gross anatomy down to microscopic, okay? Right here is a kidney. So this outer part is the capsule. Right here, where you see these vessels kind of stretching out here, that area is called the cortex. Inside of that, this area here is the medulla, okay? This area where the renal artery and vein enter and exit, and where the ureter exits, that area, that dip, that's called the hilum. And you'll be able to see those things on the cadaver as well. So this is a ureter going out. You've got your renal artery, renal vein. These things here, each one of these is called a renal pyramid. Okay, so the renal pyramid is actually a collection of collecting ducts and Henle's loops. Okay, so if that's collecting ducts, remember that's where we're going to actually have urine, so that they're going to drain into the minor calyces. So this is a minor calyx here, this is a minor calyx here. So they're the smaller branches. Then those minor calyces are going to drain into a major calyx. Okay? So we're getting a little bit bigger, and then each of those is going to drain into the renal pelvis. The renal pelvis, once you pass the hilum, that'll become the ureter.
Can you point out where the minor calyx stops?
It's where they come together. So here's a minor calyx, here's a minor calyx. Where they come together here would be a major calyx.
What did you say about the renal, once it passes the hilum, it's
Once
the
it-
ureter?
So when we're still inside the kidney, so this area right in here would be the renal pelvis. This out here is a ureter. Okay?
You said that the pyramids drain into the minor calyx.
Into the minor calyces. Okay, so up in the cortex, you can see right here, I've got all these little red circles. Each one of those is representing a renal corpuscle. So moving a little bit more, smaller scale, here's these gray things, those represent renal corpuscles. So the tubule that's coming directly out of that would be the PCT. And then we have our descending limb and ascending limb. And that's not a very good representation. Let's go to this one here. So this more olive green that's coming right out of the renal corpuscle, that would be the PCT. Descending limb, ascending limb, and then this brighter green, that would be the DCT. Okay? And then that's going to empty into the collecting duct, which is this whitish, used to be white, paint's worn. Then moving to microscopic, very microscopic. All of this is microscopic because there are about 1 million of those nephrons in one kidney. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so this is one renal corpuscle. The outer layer is Bowman's capsule. This inner part is the glomerulus, and the space in between can be called the capsular space or Bowman's space. So that's where the filtrate is actually going to collect before it empties out into the PCT. So right here we've got our afferent arteriole. So that's what's bringing blood in at the hydrostatic pressure. So it's going to bring the blood in through this knot of capillaries. This one kind of shows some of those filtration layers. So the capillaries themselves, remember, are fenestrated capillaries. And then you can see this gray layer, that represents the dense layer. And then these white things, those are podocytes. So you can see those 3 different layers of filtration, so that by the time you get out into the space, the things that are going to stay in the blood they're still in the capillaries. Anything that's being filtered out is out in here. Now, once you get out into the PCT, a lot of those things are immediately going to be reabsorbed. But for now, in the filtrate, you're going to have water, urea, glucose, ions, some small proteins, things like that, okay? I'm trying to think of what I've missed. Simple squamous epithelium for Bowman's capsule. also simple squamous epithelium for the glomerulus because those capillaries are made up of simple squamous epithelium. The efferent arteriole is broken off here, but you can just imagine that that's coming out here. And then that efferent arteriole is what's going to form your paratubular capillaries.